Hey guys, good day to you, whether you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or in the evening. Hello, and welcome to another new strategy to multiply a one-digit factor up to a four-digit factor. So last week we talked about the distributive property of multiplication, and you were given an assignment on Friday. It was a Google slide presentation, and at the very end of the videos, there were 4 slides that you had to type in to show that you could represent multiplication using the distributive property. I did return some of those back to you to try again, and there were several that were missing that were not complete, so I had to return those too. It's not something that you're going to use to multiply, but as a fourth grader, you are required to be able to recognize that that is the distributive property in a correct form. Because a lot of times you will have questions like that on your test or on your assignments, and you're going to have to choose the one that represents it correctly. So please take this seriously and don't skip that, okay? If you have any questions, you need to contact me. I can Zoom one-on-one with you. I can call you on the phone, whatever you need, okay? But you have to let me know how I can support you at home, okay? All right, so today we're going to learn about how to use partial products to solve multiplication. So this week we're going to be working on partial products for one day. We're going to learn about the area model, and we're going to learn how to use the standard algorithm. Okay, boys and girls? So before we get started, you need paper and a pencil. So I'm going to pause the video and let you grab your tools, and you're going to copy whatever I do, okay? All right, boys and girls, I want you to copy 6 times 134 on your paper. So this is a one-digit factor, and this is a three-digit factor. So we're going to use the expanded form of this number to help us multiply. All right, so let's get started. So I have my paper here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this problem on our paper. This is called horizontal. We're going to write it vertically. So I'm going to start with the larger number. We're going to write 134. Oops, that's not a 4. This ivory, that's a 3. 134, and then we're going to put times 6 underneath it. And then we're going to draw a line here. And then we're going to draw a line that goes like this. Kind of like a backward 7, okay? So copy that, please. All right, now we are going to write out here what the ones place. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the factor 6, and we're going to multiply it times the ones place. So this is 6 times, what's the value of the ones place? 4. That's the value. What is 6 times 4, or 4 times 6? So I hope you are practicing your multiplication facts somehow. There's a lot of fun apps on phones and your iPads and your computers that you can use besides just flashcards. But we've got to get those facts down from 3rd grade. So 4 times 6, or 6 times 4, is 24. So the 4 goes in the ones place, and the 2 goes in the tens place. Now we're going to take the factor 6, and we're going to multiply it times the value, not the digit, but the value of the 3. That 3 is in the tens place, so the value of that 3 is 30. So we're going to write 6 times 30. Now I notice that 6 times 3, I can multiply that in my head. 6 groups of 3 or 3 groups of 6 is 18. If I multiply times 30, that would be 18 tens, or 180. So we're going to write 180 in the correct place. I use positions. 0 in the ones place, 8 in the tens place, and the 1 in your hundreds place. All right, if you copy that down, good job. Now, we're going to take the factor 6, and we're going to multiply it times the value of the hundreds place. So the digit is a 1, but what's the value of that digit? Well, it's 1/100. So that has a value of 100. So we're going to write down 6 times 100. You know what 6 times 1 is. You know what 6 times 10 is. 6/100 is 6/100 or 600. So again, we're going to write that in the correct place value positions. And then we can add all these partial products up together. And we have 4 ones. 8 tens plus 2 tens is 10 tens. So we have to regroup. Now we have 3 add-ins. 600, 100, 100 is 800. So the product of 6 times 134 is 804. Let's practice again. This time we're going to practice a 1-digit times a 4-digit number. So please write this in on your paper. 7 times 3,435. Got it? Okay. We're going to rewrite it so that it's up and down. We call that vertical. So I'm going to put the larger number at the top of my paper. 3,435, and then we're going to multiply that times 7. And remember, we're going to make a backward 7. Got that? All right, let's see if I can move this a little bit. Now, hold on. Let me go turn off my alarms. Not that, boys and girls, I'm at home and my phone alarm just went off. All right, so 3,435 times 7. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take the factor 7 and multiply it times the value of the ones place. So that would look like this. 7 times, what's the value of the ones place? It's 5. So we'll write 7 times 5. 7 times 5 or 5 times 7 is 35. Now we're going to take the 7 and we're going to multiply it times the value of the tens place. So the value of the tens place is 3 tens, 30. So 7 times 30. I know that 7 times 3 or 3 times 7 is 21. So this is 21 tens, which is 210. Now we're going to take the 7, and what do you think we're going to multiply? We're going to multiply it times the value of the hundreds place. So that's 7 times 400. 400. And 7 times 4 or 4 times 7 is 28. So this would be 28 100s, which would look like 2,800. And our last would be 7 times the value of the thousands place. So that would be 7 times 3,000. So make sure you're writing this. And we already solved 7 times 3 up here. But what's 7 times 3,000? That would be 21 1,000s. And that would look like this. Look how big this number is getting, boys and girls. I'm going to put my commas here. Now, what's the last thing we have to do with all our partial products? We need to add them all up. So here we go. 5 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 5 ones. 3 tens, 1 10 is 4 tens. 8 100s and 2 100s is 10 100s. So remember, we have to regroup to the thousands place. So now we have 3 add-ins in the thousands place. 1,000, 3,000, 4,000. And then we bring down the 2 10,000s. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, comma me. And our product is 24,045. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to give you one to do by yourself. And this time we'll make it a 2 by 1 digit. And I'm going to stop the video. All right, this one's for you guys. You only have to do a 2 digit by 1 digit. I've already set it up for you. So remember, you're going to take this factor and multiply it times the value of the ones place. You're going to write it out here and then put your partial product here. Then you're going to multiply it 3 times the value of the tens place. You're going to write it over here and put the value of it here. And then you're going to add those 2 up. All right, so go ahead and do that for practice. You need to practice. You got to see it, you got to hear, and you've got to do it in order to learn it. So give me a second. I'll work mine out, and then we'll check our answers with each other. All right, friends. Did you multiply 3 times the value of the ones place to get 12? And did you multiply 3 times the value of the tens place to get 180? And then did you remember to add up all your partial products to get your final product of 192? All right, boys and girls, please rewatch this video if you need to. If you did not copy this in your journal, please go back and do so. I will be checking your journals when you return to school, and you do get grades on what you're doing with me at home. So remember to bring those journals when you return to school face-to-face. And if you did not copy it, please rewind it and copy this in your journal. You can write this down as your title, using partial products to solve, and we can put the symbol X for multiplication. All right. So you're going to have an assignment next, and I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be, but I'm going to plan something in just a second and assign that to you. So please let me know how you're doing in your daily check-ins, or your other teachers, let them know how you're doing. And if you need anything, you need to please send me a message, or if you need to Zoom with me, please let me know so I can set that up with you, okay? I don't want you to fall behind in your learning. Miss you guys and hope to see you guys soon.